You popped up and I couldn't even start the damn show like I wanted to.
Welcome to the Geekz episode. I have no idea, but we're going to be talking about The Simpsons. This is a curveball. This is a little.
This is Steve, keeping it very green.
And this is Sean to the break of dawn, keeping it going on this microphone. What's up, people? How y'all doing out there?
So you're trying to have that sexy voice like Jarvis did last night. You can't pull that out.
Just the love doctor, man. What's going on tonight, guys? we got conspiracies to talk about. We got Simpsons stuff. That's why I put the Simpsons thing on there a little. And me and Steve already talked because we know we prepped before the show. 2 seconds before.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't know anything about the Simpsons until I saw the picture you posted. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't think of anything. So I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's talk Simpsons predictions.
It is a light news week as far as
there's nothing to talk
pop
about.
Culture news.
Well, we got to talk about Echo. I mean, that's for sure.
Well, I didn't watch it.
Okay. Well,
look, see, everybody's ready for Simpsons talk. Look at that.
I had to make a choice. I had to make a choice of what to watch this week between Monarch, which I started before Echo dropped, and then finishing that off.
Season finale of Monarch.
Or watching Echo. And I chose and finished today Monarch. So
okay.
Finished that whole first season.
Sean, you've watched both, right?
Yes. What's up, Archangel? What's up, Robert? What's up, James? Welcome to the show.
What's up, fellas?
I did watch both of them. Yes. One was better than the other.
Which do you prefer?
I think. Get down. Go on. Fuck out of here.
I'm gonna say Monarch, man. Monarch, definitely.
Really?
Okay. Joshua, what's up? What's up?
Ooh,
Monarch was trash. Was shit.
Wow.
What?
Okay, so let's talk about it, Sean. Let's break it down because I'm sure you didn't watch it, right?
I didn't watch it.
Okay, so Monarch. Everything involving the young people
hated
was shit.
Hated
CW. I you know what I was like when they crash landed on the mountain, right? And then they were like all in regular clothes, and then I was like, it did like a wide cut, and they were gonna start walking on the mountain. I'm like, $20 says they all have snow fucking clothes, and then it cuts to them, and they're all in like perfectly fucking fitted parkas with goggles and all this shit. And then at one point they're like, oh, now we have to go to Africa. And then it's like, boom, it cuts to them like driving around and they're all wearing safari clothes. I'm like, what happened? They just go to the fucking safari store like when they landed in Africa. Like we all have to, and all their shit looks like brand new right off the rack.
I don't like those characters at all. Those characters were the worst things of the show. Their storylines were garbage.
It was CW level stuff.
I agree. At first, the girl May had so much potential.
Yeah, but then when you found out why she was running, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, there was no reason. It was stupid.
What are we waiting for? Like, this is nonsense. Like, you didn't have to run away from any of this.
No.
Anyway.
It was dumb. It was like
all the shit that took place in the 50s.
Yo.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
All that stuff was great. And I'll tell you this, a lot of people complain like, oh, not enough monsters. Well, when you binge it like I did, you get there's constantly monsters because I'm not waiting the whole week. So I'm like,
I thought there was a monster like every week. Yeah. No problem with it.
Joshua, I go to FSU now, to FSU's law school. So that's
but I thought the last episode was incredible. Personally, I thought the season finale was great. I thought the chick that played Kay, when her character's stuff happens in the finale, it's like she just nailed it. Oh, like
are we giving spoilers?
I don't know because the finale just dropped and that's all I'm saying. But like they do a lot of time jumping, so their characters are.
I just like to play it. I don't know why.
We made it and we don't ever get to play it because
Steve, I liked everything besides those characters. I like Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell was fantastic. Lil, you would love Kurt Russell's character in this. He is straight out of every 80s action movie. He's perfect.
Yeah, a little just shut off on us.
I know.
Clearly, he didn't
Fine.
care.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, fine.
Never
then.
mind,
Don't watch,
Lil.
don't,
Yeah,
don't
whatever.
watch Monarch, Lil. It's because we didn't like It's because we like Monarch more than we liked Echo.
I have to reserve judgment on that. I haven't seen Echo yet. So.
Right. You have to watch Echo.
I will.
It was okay at best. But you know, it is what it is.
That's
So,
it. That's the one thing Lil was like, we need to talk about it, and you're like, yeah, it is what it is.
I mean, I don't really know what to say. Like, it was okay. It was okay. I think yesterday we talked about. I gave it a sidekick, maybe a high.
Was Daredevil in the yellow or the red?
The red.
Was it the red from the Netflix, or was it like a different version?
It was the red. I thought it was the red from the Netflix. I didn't get a good glimpse of it. Like, I didn't like analyze it, but it was fine. Like, I liked it. I like this Daredevil because he uses the batons. I mean, he was using them in the Netflix one too, but like,
of course,
yeah, this one was, I felt like it was more. I guess
he
I
was
don't know
using
why.
them a lot.
Yeah, he was only in one episode though. It wasn't really that serious.
Yeah, it was just in the beginning. It was kind of
I wish we got more
flashback, of course. But you know what? This whole series set up Born Again. You know, this is setting up the whole Kingpin in the future. I don't want to spoil it, but it's the end credits teaser.
Oh, of course.
Like, we know it was a 2017 comic series where Kingpin became mayor in New York.
Yeah,
that is literally what
is happening.
Ending was.
Yeah,
he's on an airplane going back to New York, and they're talking about that there's no mayoral candidate, and they want a bare knuckle brawler, and somebody who So it's like, okay, so this is where Daredevil's going to go. And I missed the opening to that, but I'll just chime in with my thoughts on Echo. I loved Echo. I actually was shocked that I loved it so much, and it wasn't just Echo. I was really impressed with like some of the creative things that they did with telling the stories of, I'm gonna butcher how they pronounce the Choctaw, the tribe. And like when they would go through the history of them and the fact that they actually got that tribe involved in telling these stories and making it kind of, into that superhero genre, right? Like, they did that with Black Panther. They did that with Namor and stuff like that, where they took realism and made a little bit of the supernatural. I didn't really care for Echo having some specialty powers. Let's just say at the end, but I thought the show was good. I thought like the whole thing was good. It was kind of like here's what I'm happy that
I feel like you're tinkering on a hero.
I am tinkering on a hero. I'm very close. We were talking last night. I was like high sidekick. I think I might be like a hero. And the reason why is because what I didn't want to happen is I didn't want it to be Echo becoming a superhero and a good person. At the end of the day, I don't think she is. I watched that ending twice, and I don't know
which one you watching because she like listen, a hero to me.
Well, she stopped the Kingpin, right, from destroying her people.
That's a hero.
But no, but I mean, she's not going to go now and team up with the Avengers, right? She still wanted to have power, and her mentality. It didn't show that she was. I can see anti-hero thing, but I could also see her going and still being a bad guy.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think she's a hero.
No,
I don't think she's a superhero.
She is a ground level hero, and no, she's not going for the Avengers because she's not even close to being an Avenger.
No,
not even on that level. She is a ground level hero. That's it. There is no villain in her at all. She is a goddamn hero.
What are you talking about? The whole time, all she wanted to do was be the queen pin of New York, take over Kingpin's empire. That's the whole purpose of her story arc.
Redemption. She got redemption in this show.
She got redemption from her family, but that's it. It was a family story.
Although she's a goddamn hero.
You don't think she's still running from the police?
No.
How many people she murdered?
No.
She ain't no hero.
Not one police officer was looking for her ass. This whole time in this story.
They saw her have dinner like Dom from Fast and the Furious and shit at the end. I'm telling you,
there wasn't one cop in this goddamn show, and nobody was chasing her ass.
You're right. There was no cops in this little town.
Why are they chasing her for what? For what? For taking down fucking criminals? Because that's what she did. That's what a hero does. Take down criminals like a vigilante.
She only took down those criminals because they were trying to kill her for trying to kill Kingpin.
Although she killed them first. She destroyed a whole building, and then she became a vigilante. She
destroyed that whole building to basically tell them that she is the new Queenpin. That's what she even said. She signed it. No. You weren't reading the subtitles, Sean. Man, that is exactly what she was
taking out all the Kingpin's old bullshit. That's what she was. She was
taking it out because she wanted to take it over. She even said it.
Man, listen.
Well, signed
her journey did not tell me any of that. Her journey told me she was on a redemption thing, and she got redemption for everything. At the end of this shit, she had on a fucking suit, and she looked like a goddamn superhero. And that suit was garbage. But still, at the same time, she's a goddamn hero. If you want to put her in the Avenger,
she's not supposed to be a suit. She was in a suit for her.
She's a goddamn West Coast Avenger. She's a young Avenger at this point. That's how I'm looking at it.
I don't see that at all. No, I don't see that at all.
That's nonsense, Lil. Nonsense.
That's not how, Steve. You need to watch it now. You need to be the tiebreaker here and figure out what happened here. Because we are seeing this story in two different,
way different. I'm like, what? I can't believe you're saying this.
It's true, Josh. I'm just having a good time.
but your rating on it though, like, because honestly, I'm not mad at your rating. To be honest, it's not a bad fucking show.
It's not a bad show, and that's the thing. And maybe I went in with low expectations because I think from the beginning we were all like, "Oh my god!" Like they're bouncing this thing in one day. They don't care. Not a lot of marketing. I thought it was pretty good. Like, yeah, could the fights have been some pretty better? But she wanted to be the Queenpin, but realized that she didn't want to go down that road and become a hero. So I guess maybe it's a both. Maybe it's a both. There you go. But
you said your rating was a hero.
I give it a hero. Yeah, I think it's a hero. Yeah.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna walk down that line. I'm not gonna give it a hero though, because
no, we were talking.
It was real talky. I was like, I'm kind of bored with this.
It's a very well, and that's the thing. Like when I look at like what the Marvel Spotlight banner is gonna be, it's probably gonna be a little bit more of this. And
I didn't like that.
Well, I didn't like the banner look.
No, that is garbage.
I want it to look more like the comic Marvel Spotlight. Like
I agree. I highly agree.
I have a Marvel Spotlight book up on my wall.
So the marquee that plays before the
it's Marvel Spotlight. Yeah,
the Marvel Spotlight. You don't like that. You don't like the way it looks.
I don't like how that looks. Yeah.
No,
I wish it would have been like because the Marvel Spotlight books,
because they're all their little openings have always been really good. Like for all of them, everything.
Steve, I don't think this even garnished a Marvel spot. I think it should have had a Marvel fucking logo. Like
what was the one before?
Yeah, because the one in front Hawkeye showed up in this. It's
what was the one in front of Werewolf by Night? What was that one?
That was Spotlight because it was a one shot though. Like it wasn't a series. Yeah. It was just one shot. That was
and that's what they treated this like.
This was not one shot. This was fucking 5 episodes. And
it was, but
it was
how long were the episodes?
And it had an intro.
45 minutes to an hour. Some of them were like 38. You know what I mean? But with beginning credits, end credits, you know.
At the end,
watch
of the
time
day,
was like 37 minutes.
At the end of the day, it does not garnish the hate that people are maybe giving it. I do not think so at all.
I agree.
I don't understand.
And me giving it a hero is probably too high, right? I'm loving it too much. I agree with you, Sean. We talked about it last night. Like, is it on that sidekick territory, high sidekick? Yeah, definitely. I gave it a hero because I liked some of the other things. Like, so when I talked about some of the art things, they were going through some of the history of her Native American culture, and I love this one scene where they were talking about the police that they had, and it was like a silent film in that black and white kind of look to it, where it felt like it was like in that, where you I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what the proper cinematography is on it, but it's like like a flip book kind of thing where it feels like it's very choppy, and it looked really great, and it wasn't completely silent that part, but I felt like those kind of old timey shorts, and I love that part.
I enjoy actually perspectives from the Indian culture, like that
The
culture.
different culture, yeah.
I watched Reservoir Dogs. I thought fucking the show was great. I thought it was about some four young adults that were on the Indian reservation or in the Indian town, and like same character. Actually, she's in Echo. Some of the characters that are in that show are in this show, and
Okay.
I enjoyed it. Like I enjoy I can't wait to see this Jodie Foster thing. What's it on HBO Max?
True Detective.
True Detective. I heard it's fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I can't wait. Like, oh my God, Killers of the Flower Moon, phenomenal, fucking phenomenal. Love that fucking movie. Great movie. Like, I love that kind of stuff, like about the indigenous culture and like how, listen, we fucked their shit all up. Like, not us, but like, white man fucked it all up. You know what I'm saying? But I like that part of like the stories that they're telling, and it's just, to me, it's just phenomenal. I really think the storytelling in Echo deserves at least a credit of like, yo, the storytelling was good. It wasn't fucking chopped up and screwed like some other shit that we've watched. It is really, it follows up the path, and it sticks to the path, and the storytelling is great. Kingpin was phenomenal. Listen,
I mean,
it was a good show.
too. Like Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin is I mean,
yeah,
it might be the best villain,
yeah.
top to bottom.
Yeah. So
like, if he continues on and he becomes mayor of New York and does this thing, this overreaching thing where he's dealing with multiple characters, Spider-Man, Daredevil, whatever.
I don't even. You know what's funny?
It's
I don't even need Spider-Man in this shit. I just need ground level heroes. I need Luke Cage. I need fucking Daredevil back. I need these characters to play their fucking roles back in. So now you have street level heroes that can do the shit that they did in Netflix. Fucking Punisher. I need Punisher back. You know what I mean? Like, I need all this kind of level shit, because the ground level shit is way better sometimes than the cinematic shit, because you can get gritty with that shit. Like, I love that part of that Marvel universe.
And this was gritty. I mean,
it was
shooting
gritty.
People in the face.
Fucking motherfucker died like on the table. Like, that shit was crazy. Bleeding out his fucking
So is this
eye.
like a rated R show?
Yeah. It is, because it's
borderline. I mean, they didn't swear. There was no.
There's lots of blood.
There's a decent amount of blood. I mean, you see that one scene in the trailer where Kingpin's literally murdering a man with his bare hands. That was pretty violent.
Fucking the neck break scenes, like, and what I mean, like, I was like, oh, okay, that's where we are. Cool, it's good, Steve. I think you'll enjoy. I think you'll enjoy it and like it. It's a little talky sometimes, but you just
and ready, right? Because there's a lot of subtitles, so you got to read it.
You got to read it.
You can't read it in the background. You just gotta read the subtitles.
And so I mean, we agreed and disagreed, but yeah,
but I mean, like, it's worth the watch. Mm-hmm. It's not. I don't understand the hate that's been just spouted about all of this stuff. It's everything, right? Like, I plan on watching Monarch. I want to see Monarch. Timing didn't hit, and like, I was making choices, so
there's some rough moments in Monarch. You just
which is fine, right? but you got Russell.
But then there's a Godzilla versus a giant dragon fight that makes up for so much bullshit where you're just like, this is great. This is so good.
This is what I need in my life right now.
The great thing, Alil, is it all fucking connects. It's all a part of the same universe.
I felt so dumb when I was like, wait a second. And I looked up the Kong Skull Island cast, and I was like, John Goodman.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You didn't know? Oh, shit. You know what, Steve? I didn't know either. I had to look it up too. and the same thing you did, I was like, oh, shit. That's great. That was awesome.
I should have, because the damn show opens with him. So I should have put that together, but I didn't.
I know. But you know what it was? It's just kind of the character change of, just everything. It didn't make, I was like, oh, okay. But now it's like, oh, shit, this is great. And the crazy part is, if you really wanted to do it, you could fucking bring back Loki if you wanted to. If you wanted to, in a weird way, it could be done. but if that's not gonna happen. But at the same time, that
You
shit was
think?
awesome.
I'm pretty sure
What
this
about
show's
John C.
getting
Riley?
Monarch's getting a season 2.
Oh, of course. But this I think this goes in the Godzilla versus Kong.
This goes into that hidden empire thing.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it.
Or not hidden empire, but whatever the next Godzilla Kong movie.
Yeah,
is.
but you can go further with it. Like, yo, Kurt Russell ain't dead. I'm just gonna say that. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Nobody that falls down there is dead. Matter of fact, they fall dumb far and they get up and their makeup and their hair and their clothes are all perfect.
The only thing that I did, I wanted to see, Steve.
I want to fall down there.
Was how that person made it.
Who? Oh.
Last time we found it, there was a bunch of creatures all on her body. I'm just saying how she survived that.
Well, nobody ever kind of like they all just kind of wake up down there. You know what I mean? Like
but
nobody
she had shit on her. Like this was like it was gross.
But you like fall through the shit and you go through all the little fucking, time warp things and I don't know.
Yes.
Maybe they fall off.
I mean, I wanted to see something though. Like, give me something. Last time we looked, you like you was getting eaten.
It was cool. I like the Monarch guy too, the beard guy. He was awesome. He was like,
no, I didn't like him. He was annoying.
I liked him. I liked him. I didn't like the director lady. She felt like she was like a Disney evil villainess. Like she did a lot of acting with her eyebrows.
She was because that was all Mecha Godzilla shit. Damn, that was all Mecha Godzilla.
It was a good show. I rather enjoyed it.
Yeah. Did you know that?
No. Well, I remember the Mecha Godzilla from the movie.
Same company. That was the same company that built it.
Yeah, that's right. But this is back in the past though, so it hadn't happened yet.
Maybe before, yeah, it may have been before.
Yeah, because all that was in 2015.
Okay, yeah, so that was before Mecha. Yeah. All right, just watch Monarch. And I don't know how anybody thought it was trash, but I mean, I get some parts that was trash, but it was good.
It was not the name of the company when we were introduced to it in the show. It's when she gets sent the new logo and the new company title, and she's like, "Oh, I like this one" or whatever. And then it's like, I was like, I should know what that logo means. That should be important. But now it makes sense. That's the
everyone thinks you're in a cabin.
No, I'm just in my house, but I do live by the woods, so.
Stop daydreaming.
I was pulling up the list of all the Simpsons stuff so we can.
Oh, you were? Because I had it up here too. The 2024 predictions, but
no, I mean, some of them are interesting.
Did anybody watch anything else?
Watch some foosball today. Yeah,
I did. That game is still on, right? But it looks like
I just watched
Dolphins.
the end of it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Once it got a little out of hand, I cannot believe Houston. Sorry, James. Houston destroyed Cleveland the way they did. Jeez.
Joe Flacco looks like a different person today. So.
Yeah, of course. He can throw 200 plus yards in the fourth quarter against my Bears and come back and win, and then throws 2 pick sixes back to back. I'm like, you bastard. But that's Joe Flacco, right? Like this last 6 games with Cleveland is the epitome of what Joe Flacco's career is, right? Like, looks like a crazy stud, goes on this hot run, and then all of a sudden just this turnover machine that just can't get out of his own damn way. So it's like, all right, now he's going back on the couch next year, and that's it. You know? See,
James, you told him to stop daydreaming, and you brought this on yourself.
Yeah, James. Now I have to think about sports. So,
it's pretty crazy when Pat Mahomes got his helmet broken. That was nuts.
I saw that too.
Did you see that? Holy crap.
Well, I mean, it's also like 25 below zero there, so everything's frozen solid and
including Andy Reid's mustache.
Too bad. It's James. Oh no, Sports Geeks.
I didn't even say anything, James. I'm just letting them go because my Ravens don't play yet, so I'm good.
Yeah, they'll lose next week.
Still like to watch the games. I was hoping Miami. I was pulling for Miami. Oh well.
I love when they show the weather difference. They're like it's -7 and it's 69 in Miami, and that's what it's here for me. We're out 71 today. It's like, oh, it's nice.
All right. Anybody else watch anything else this week?
No.
No.
Anybody got anything for a toy box this week?
Did I show you guys my replica Tesseract?
No,
I
you
talked about
didn't.
it?
No, you didn't.
You know, like, so I got, you know, the prop replica Tesseract. But I didn't turn it on. Oh, it lights up.
Oh, that's a fucking bright as shit.
Makes noise. It actually, inside, you take out the
Look at you getting prop replicas. Look
the
at
infinity stones inside of it. You could actually pop it out.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you could actually buy the gauntlet that these actually fit on, but I don't need that. So, but like,
do you not need that though?
I have the.
I feel like you need it.
I have the other gauntlet that looks better. I'd rather get the Hasbro Infinity Gauntlet if that's what I'm going to go with. But
yeah, you got enough statues in the back right now. You're good.
Yeah, I like the light. I was like, oh,
where's it? Where are you going to put it at? You should like.
Well, I have a Thanos statue, so I was going to put it by Thanos because he's in my Thanos diamond statue. He's holding the Tesseract. So
now you need replica web slingers.
They have those. I'm waiting because like I got this on clearance. So
you don't have a Loki.
I got this for
statue?
$15. I don't have a Loki statue.
I equate the Tesseract more with Loki, personally.
Well, I get that, but in the comics, it's.
I don't care about the comics.
But I do. So I got this. Cool. I like my Tesseract.
No, it looks. It's really cool.
It's pretty
very
sweet.
Well
yeah,
done.
I like the angelic sounds it makes.
Is that a Hasbro? Is that Hasbro?
No, it's Disney's.
Oh wow!
Because they even have the Eye of Agamotto. They have all the other.
See, what I would do, I would build
Alex has the orb from Guardians, and it has one of the Infinity Stones inside of it as well.
I build like a little nice like a little like replica wall and stuff, and put like stuff in like little like cases and shit.
Well,
like,
they come in little like things, like display things.
No, like you have the eye of
yeah, and it has a thing in it, and then it has then they have the ether like in that thing that Thor held it in.
Yeah, that'd be cool just to have on the wall like little knickknacks of shit. Like you like the collector, and you just have a bunch of shit on your wall in like little glass.
They have a cage with Howard the Duck inside.
You gotta get a bunch of Infinity Stones and put them in your desk drawer.
Open it up. Leave them in there with fucking pencils and pens and shit.
That's like it's a deep cut Loki season 1 reference.
Dude, it'd be dope to have like a Miss Minutes like little replica.
So
like a LED wall decal or something.
I have contemplated getting there's actually a clock, like a wall clock, and it's really nice. And me and Jenny have been talking about, but she wants it. Like, so she's like, she almost got the Miss Minutes purse. There was like a purse that was literally, it's like you're carrying around Miss Minutes, and it looks awesome. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, but yeah, Miss Minutes is gonna come somewhere.
That clock is on Etsy.
No, there's one you could put it on Amazon. If you go on Amazon,
look at this one. Oh, come on, look at that.
Yeah, it's very similar to that.
That's cool as shit. That's pretty cool. There's one that glows too. It's a Funko one though. They went $130 for that one, but it looks kind of cool though. There's a Funko Miss Minutes. It's on Mercari. There's one at GameStop. They have one at GameStop. It's actually a purse.
I saw this one on, but it's just for all time, always.
It'd be cool if they had like an alarm clock version where like when the alarm goes off, she starts like talking like sweet like she normally does, and then gets more evil as the alarm goes longer.
That would be fucking hilarious, right?
Like, yeah, you definitely need a Miss Minutes, man.
You hit the snooze and she starts fucking yelling at you,
All right now.
All right now. That's cool. Oh yeah, you definitely need a Miss Minutes. That's something.
Yeah.
Again, you can have like a fucking like what I don't even know what it's called, like
a trophy case.
Yeah, like a trophy case of just Marvel stuff. That's
yeah.
dope.
And I plan on getting them. Now that I got the Tesseract and I was looking at, the ether was also on clearance, and then Alex got the orb, and I'm like, I'll just steal it from him. And I'll probably pick up the Iron Man helmet since I have the Cap shield and the Thor hammer and the gauntlet that the Hulk wore. So
You should
I
then
have
it-
a bunch of stuff.
You
Go
could just go get a bow from a Big Five and have your Hawkeye display. Slap
True.
it on the wall.
You should go on Etsy, man, and like really look for stuff because Etsy has. I'm actually contemplating on ordering this piece from Etsy, man. That it's pretty tough. Like I would be nice to have in my collection, to be honest. It's a proper replica, but it's pretty fucking tough.
A lot of cool artists on there making a lot.
Yeah,
of
man. Yeah, Etsy does a hell of a fucking job, man, with a lot of shit that they do. A lot of these guys out there are amazing artists, and the shit that they create is pretty phenomenal. But yeah, if I get it, I'll definitely show y'all. But yeah,
Nice,
anyway,
cool.
yeah, that's really about it. Ain't really nothing much new that came out this week that I know of.
No, the Deadpool trailer is gonna be on during the Super Bowl.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see that. That's a perfect time to play it too.
Makes the most sense, right? Like, when else would you have that trailer drop at this point? You know, so
Who's performing for the Super Bowl?
isn't it Usher?
Is it Usher? I heard it, but I didn't know if it was confirmed.
I think it's Usher.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. I mean, you know, I don't know how young people feel about Usher, but
Well, they had, what was it? Was it last year or 2 years ago when they had Dre and Snoop and 50 and all those guys? Like,
yeah, I guess.
Any young kids listen to them?
The other
anymore?
one they came in like hanging upside down and shit.
That was 50. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
So
weird.
was it last year or 2 years ago? I don't remember anymore.
Like 2 years ago.
I don't. pay
Time
attention
doesn't
anymore.
time
My-
doesn't make sense anymore, man. It's that shit
Done.
they're doing with CERN. They're blasting those particles into each other. That's why we can't, that's the fucking.
All right, Steve's already started with the conspiracy
Open
theories.
it
Let's get
up.
it. Let's get
All
it. Let's
I was,
get
trying to,
it.
I was trying to just bring it right into the conspiracy shit. I was trying to
All right,
remember
all right.
the
Yeah,
Mandela
let's-
effect. That's why we have the Mandela effect.
It's
We're in an
true.
alternate dimension now.
It's
We
true.
went to
Is it
sleep one day.
Berenstain
and woke up
Bears or
somewhere else.
Berenstein Bears?
All right,
What
here's
is
my
it?
here's my fucking prediction right here. This is the fucking one I love that fucking scares the shit out of me.
Months, or even permanently.
Hold on.
Curiously,
Damn it. We'll
NASA
reset.
has
We
recently
gotta let it go through. Fuck. I wanted to play this one because this one fucking scares the shit out of me. It's about the fucking black holes and fucking everything else. All right, here it is. This is about to end. All right, here it is.
most recent predictions from The Simpsons for 2024 are undeniably sinister. This one is particularly unsettling. In season 24, episode 9, Homer Simpson readies a fully stocked bunker for his family, foreseeing something terrible on the horizon. Shortly after, Springfield is blindsided by a solar superstorm, a silent, invisible tempest that engulfs the town, leaving a trail of severe consequences in its wake. This catastrophic event triggers a complete shutdown. No internet, no electricity. Everything grinds to a halt. The potential fallout from a solar superstorm is ominous, capable of disrupting the internet for weeks, months, or even permanently. Curiously, NASA has recently unearthed a startling discovery, the Coronel Hole, a vast orifice in the sun, with dimensions large enough to encompass 60 Earth-sized planets.
All right. That scares the shit out of me. that is very bothersome. Yikes. And again, it's one of those fucking predictions that Simpsons predictions. Like, what the fuck?
Well, and a few things that they predicted, right? So in 2013, there was literally where Homer was flying through time and space, and there was a Trump 2024 sign. And it was a 2013 episode.
Yep.
So well before any of this stuff was happening.
How about the one episode where they showed like
Well, thanks for that.
Trump going down the escalator and like the lady holding the sign that falls, and then like you do the real life one and Trump's going down the escalator and a lady drops a sign behind him? Like,
Yeah, there's some.
no.
So
Wait
so,
a second.
so there's another episode, season 23, episode 17, where Homer loses his job because his company decides to replace all human workers with AI robots.
So that is crazy because that is what's happening now.
So
AI is taking jobs. Severe, like literally taking jobs. Have robots taken jobs yet? No, because we haven't developed those kind of robots yet. to do
AI.
those kind of things.
Yeah.
But we've created AI to take over certain jobs and do this and do that. So it's only imminent at this point. Like, we're gonna build robots at some point. It's happening. It's gonna happen. They're there. They're already there. You know. Again, another Simpsons prediction. Like, what the fuck?
So the cost of living is at an all-time high and jobs are at an all-time low. Sounds like a recipe for success.
Yeah. So also, James, there is an episode of The Simpsons, part of that storm, where they're talking about an EMP in 2024 being hit, and that's when they were all planning these bunkers and bombshell, whatever protection from all this stuff for an EMP hit. In The Simpsons, it was in the Simpsons episode when they were in the future. And the crazy thing about that is all of a sudden you're hearing all these conspiracy things that in Hawaii, like Mark Zuckerberg is building a bunker. You got all these other celebrities building giant bunkers in Hawaii. And it's like,
I seen Josh Duhamel. Josh Duhamel fucking built a whole fucking, like, he bought all this fucking property, land where you can't even find him, mind you. He ain't tell you where it was. Yo, he bought all this shit. He got like a bug out thing. This motherfucker is like prepared. If you type in Josh Duhamel and you type in his fucking bug out shit, it's in the middle of nowhere, like away from anybody. Like, his shit is prepped. He's a doomsday prepper, I guess. But yo, his shit is right though. I'm like, I fuck with him. Like, he got a well. He drinking water out the well. Like, yo, he must be scared. He must know something. It just, this shit is just too weird to me, man. It's like, it just don't make no sense, you know.
Let's see. Another prediction was Lisa predicted portrayed the first female president. So a lot of people are like, well, you've got a couple candidates that could potentially get in there in 2024. That's less likely, but the Third World War breaking out.
I mean, we on the brink already, dog. We already on the brink. It don't even. It's only going to take one person to just say fuck it, boom, and you just launch again. It won't hit us, but it will hit one of our allies or whatever happens, and it's going to be either catastrophic to where it's going to lead into a whole goddamn war. Our shit
isn't invincible.
No, our shit is not invincible, Steve.
Like,
it's not. You just can't hit us with fucking like missiles and shit, thinking that that's going to happen. You can attack silently from the inside, like small infrastructures and shit like that. But to me, I think that like you can't like just, oh shit, we're gonna launch a missile and it's gonna hit America. No, we got too much heat for that.
I think it was an early 2000 episode. The Simpsons predicted virtual reality food. There's actually a company that's working on that, Arrow Banquets. It showed that they have actual virtual reality food where it actually feels like you're eating, and you can taste and smell and whatever. It's virtual reality food. I don't know how it works, but that's kind of crazy. The baby translator.
That's a hell of a way to diet right there, right? You just put on your VR headset, you just sitting there and snacking on all your favorite foods and no calories, right? I mean,
the baby translator was one of the earliest episodes because that was his brother, Danny DeVito, came up with after Homer ruined his life by making that stupid car of his. He came back in a later episode and he made a baby translator. And there's a company right now
made a baby translator.
Oh yeah, over in Switzerland that the Zoundream developed a machine claiming to translate babies' voices. I was like, that's kind of crazy, you know.
There's supposed to be there's like a company in Japan right now working on translating, recording, and playing back your dreams. I'm like, I don't know if I want that though. You know, so sometimes it's a relief to wake up. Like,
let me tell you what I did this week, because I had to figure out, like, you know, I don't sleep enough. So I'm trying to figure out, like, why am I not sleeping enough? Like, I don't sleep. So I'm like, oh man, I gotta figure this out. So I downloaded a sleep app.
Which one?
What's it called? Nap Time, I think. Hold up. Let me tell you. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. It's called Shut Eye.
Okay.
And so I downloaded it, and I want to see how well I sleep, at night. Yo, man, I never realized how much I snored. But when you hear yourself on an app snoring badly, it told me you have sleep apnea. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, it sounds terrible. It's like, I'm like, yo, that's me.
You're gonna have to have the whole mask,
Yo,
the whole
dog,
CPAP machine, bro.
it's weird, man. But it recorded everything. Like it recorded every moment I snored. Every moment when I woke up, like I woke up out of my sleep and then just kind of went right back to sleep. Like it showed how much I do sleep. And that's cool as shit though, but kind of weird at the same time. But it did it. Like that's how smart the app is. Like that's fucking crazy. What happened? Like now we have shit that can just record us sleeping and tell me that I need to go to a doctor. Like what the fuck?
All from an app that you downloaded that just once you download it, it springs some software that taps into your phone and uses the internal microphone and
right, Steve. That's even fucking scarier. So basically, this shit is recording me while I'm asleep, mind you. I didn't ask you, like, I mean, I turned the, you turn the microphone on, or whatever. I didn't think it was gonna do it, but
well,
yeah,
I mean, you of course. Well, I mean,
I gave it permission to do it, but like, still, it's like weird, man. Hello, what are you staring at?
I'm looking at the next ones because one of the big ones is a zombie apocalypse, and I'm like,
I don't believe that one, but yet I'm starting to see something that's happening in certain states to where apparently in Death Valley, like somewhere in Arizona, spores are causing people to
fucking
die.
Last of Us.
Yeah, and like it can kill you, like literally can kill you. Like if you breathe this shit in enough, it'll kill you because the spores inside of it are damaging your fucking lungs. What the fuck? Like, yo, what? Like, what? I mean, if you can't see spores go into your mouth. Like they're going to my mouth right now. I don't even know it. Like dust is going into my mouth right now. I don't even know it, dog. Like it's like something. And The Last of Us did it so well. How they did this, Steve. Like I remember we watched that episode. That was crazy as shit when it first started. Like it's easy. It's so easy to do it. So it's like I don't know how anyone can come out of this alive. Thank you, Simpsons. Thank you very much.
I was staring at the Simpsons list. I have a monitor right here. I have 3 monitors in front of me. So sorry if I'm looking like I'm just gazing off into the.
So it looks like you're posing for one of those like 90s photo shoots where you have like the like blur, like the half visible version behind you and the close-ups look at you.
Yeah, so I mean the other ones I'm not going to read because they weren't really, it was obnoxious stuff, but it's and you never know. Remember when they had that bee thing that happened? Was it a couple of years ago during COVID? Like, I was on The Simpsons, so who knows? Yeah, I heard about that too. James saying that deer are getting sick and they're causing like the zombie type outbreak.
Did you see that? That's crazy. Did you see him? Have you ever seen him?
I did, yeah.
Oh my god, mother got up and was like walking around like a zombie. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't never seen no shit like that before. Like, it's weird, and it's already kind of dead, to be honest. It's just kind of limping around until it dies, and they're like, oh man, I'm telling you. If you're a conspiracy theory person, like, yo, your worst fears sometimes come true, and you just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I not fucking doomed?
You're going to build the bunkers now too.
I mean, if I had the money to, I would have one. I'm gonna tell you
that.
Right.
Same. If I had the money, I'd have one. But they're very expensive.
They're very
permits.
Expensive.
I don't know, man. I
a lot of equipment to build that shit.
I remember
building materials are they're very expensive. They're not in the budget. Not when fucking food
listen to this thing I was reading about. This dude who just bought up a bunch of cheap land just started digging, and he would buy old decommissioned school buses and would pop them in there and then would start retrofitting those buses. And they were strong enough, like as you piled dirt on top of it, they were strong enough to build the caverns. I was like, this is insane, but you know,
It's pretty crazy.
I'm like, that's a cheap way to do it, right? Like how many what are those things, those big trailers, like the backs of trailers and stuff that are out there that have been, used, or all the shipping containers that we put on ships that are just out and about, that people actually use those now to make homes. Like just stick it in the ground, and you know what I mean? Like you look at that and it's like, what was that movie? The Cloverfield movie with John Goodman, where he had the bunker underneath.
Yeah,
10 Cloverfield.
10 Cloverfield Lane, yeah. So
he's prepping for that motherfucker. I don't know what's gonna.
Oh yeah, the praying mantis is also the zombified praying mantis. I've seen that too. That's crazy. Josh has brought that up. Yeah, I don't know what that means, or like what the theory around that is, or what's happening like with the animals.
Shit is going down, and motherfuckers, I don't know if there's aliens. Like, can we talk about
why does it always feel
can
like
we talk about the aliens like that you guys were trying to talk about last night during
can we talk about this? Because I mean,
only the scary parts of sci-fi are coming true, right? Like none of the fun, cool parts, like no flying cars, no like jetpacks.
They have
no, like,
that. What are you talking about? Did you not see it? The auto thing that they actually have that flying?
No, like I mean, like real flying cars, like legit,
not
like
one with a fucking
like,
helicopter propeller.
Not ones that are like, what? This is weird. I'm talking like old sci-fi style. You get in the car,
but a lot is happening.
You know,
right?
like
look at cell phones, FaceTime, all that kind of stuff.
No, I know. It's great.
That's
great.
the good
like,
stuff. Look at go to Star Trek in the '60s. Everything they did is come true.
I want my flying car, except for space travel.
I mean, fucking Elon Musk is trying to get us to Mars. He's trying.
Well, that's the other thing. That's another thing that the Simpsons also predicted, because they had that episode where they wanted Lisa because she was going to be the shipboard like spell checker or something, and she had to pick between mom and dad who was going to stay with her, and she's like, mom. And then Bart and Homer just sitting there angry at her, and then they just like die.
Listen, if you don't have the money to get fucking shit, at least try to prep yourself. Like, go on Amazon and get the fucking like 30-day MRE kits. Like, get that shit.
Yeah.
Like, get a couple of those. Get a fucking.
It's good to have that shit.
A little fucking is laughing. Me and Steve gonna be the last motherfuckers sitting here talking about you laughing like that shit funny. Listen, you don't like. I'm prepared, dog. Like, real shit. Like, just in case something happens, I got some shit. Like, I got a bug out bag just in case. You never know, man. You just never know, because you know what? Every time we watch these movies and shit, it just happens. There's no question to it. It just happens. We all laugh about it. It could happen right now. And
just a fair warning, everybody. In about 14 days, the world's gonna go to shit. So hopefully you guys have all your stuff together.
Yeah,
right?
I ain't gonna fucking warn your ass. They ain't gonna
world going to shit in 10, 9, 8. Like, no, that's not happening.
That's a wrap. Like, they ain't gonna do that shit. Like, and the worst part is if they tell you, how many people are gonna panic first? They're not gonna tell you that. They'll tell you after the fucking fact that we about to fucking like shit about to go down bad. But you gotta be I feel like sometimes you gotta be prepared for it. It's weird. This is a geek show, but fuck it. Like, let's talk the shit that we fucking watch on TV.
Well, I mean, we'll watch. Yeah, I was gonna say we watch these type of shows, right? So this is part of it.
Listen, man.
So so here's the thing, Sean.
Yeah.
You're prepared for 30 days. You got your bug out bag. You got all that ready.
Yeah.
How far is that gonna get you?
30 days.
Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. It'll get me prepared for what? Like, are we gonna? You want to live in a society like The Last of Us?
I can't survive nuclear fucking holocaust. Like, listen, let's keep it 100. Nuclear war is we're all fucking dead. Like, it's a wrap. Like that. If there's a mushroom cloud, you might as well forget it, because I'm not prepared for that part of it.
Or if, as you were saying, these spores that are flying everywhere, and like, well,
I'm not prepared. I got a mask. I got masks, but do I have fucking military graded masks? No, I don't have that kind of shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I get being prepared, but it's like, at the end of the day,
You gonna take the
I-
L? You're not
I
gonna
don't-
fight. You just gonna
I-
take the L, huh?
I'm not gonna take the L, but
Well, and then like
the L is probably gonna happen for all of us. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing.
We all caught COVID.
Multiple
Not
times.
me.
Steve didn't. I caught it multiple times. So
I only caught it once.
undefeated,
Salute you, brother.
going strong.
Shit.
but it's funny. I'd be curious to see how this year plays out with these Simpsons predictions. It's crazy how many of their predictions have come true. I know it's how they write the stories because it's really like it's not like a prediction that's been out of line. You know what I mean? Like it's people have talked about a lot of these things like black holes and all that kind of stuff has been talked about, but it's interesting.
Well, but it's also, it feels like they get a lot of predictions right because you're cherry picking,
Right.
They also have hours and hours and hours and hours of content with those same celebrities in different times and different things, doing different things. And none of those are ever showed or called predictions because they didn't happen. But if they did, then they'd be on the list
it's a prediction,
as
right,
a prediction, so
30 plus years. What are they at? Year 35 now or something like that with 20 some episodes per. Like, look at that. You're just throwing out new things and a lot of them are gags, and all of a sudden some weird thing will happen.
like, holy shit, I can't believe that actually happened. A Florida man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't, man. Listen, I ain't that prepared. I would love to.
Yeah, I mean, if there's black
prepared.
holes in the fucking atmosphere, what's the, exactly? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many of these predictions where it's like taking the L, guys.
But the crazy part is,
it was a fun ride.
out of those 10 fucking predictions, at least one of those fucking predictions is gonna come true. Guaranteed.
Well, one kind of already has with the
The
AI,
motherfuckers,
right?
they got
AI
they got a
done
good
this
track
shit.
record. Let's just keep it 100.
AI is already there. AI is already taking jobs. AI is already doing stuff. So I mean, that's
Right, so that's one.
That's it.
They're gonna at least get like 3 or 4 at this point.
If it's Walking Dead zombies, we'll handle it.
Yeah, I feel like we'd have like a good handle on the slow moving zombies.
Yeah, I can't.
Once they start,
if they're the World War Z or Zack Snyder's zombies, we're not.
Yeah, if you have like, because listen, we as a people aren't really agile, anyways. So it's like the older I get, the less agile I become. So like, agile zombies
in the right situation, you're gonna become agile.
I don't know, but them zombies run fast. Like even the big ones run quick. Like they have like ungodly energy. Like they're like
because they're nonstop, right? They just go.
But if they're just like the slow lumbering ones, they're like I feel like, I mean, you just like Shaun of the Dead, you just go in the backyard and have some target practice.
Throw records at them, tie them up to play video games.
It'd be like a chore, like go out and handle this, like
Black Summer situation. You know how that shit happened real fucking fast, and the zombies were alright, like, you know what I mean, but they were kind of runny. But like that Black Summer shit, the way that shit happened was like that whole situation can happen in real life, just like it did. Like boom, one day to the next, you sick, zombie. Damn. Now you got to take out people in your house. Just because I'm taking them out. I mean, I don't know. Like, how would you feel about that? Like, yo, what?
Are you asking us right now if we would kill our families if they became sick in the zombie virus?
I'm just saying from
a rough question, bro.
Virus situation. It's a rough question.
It's early into the year, bro.
Was that go back to thinking about Mekhi Phifer in the Dawn of the Dead? No, Dawn of the Dead. Remember when he had the baby zombie?
Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
True.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
That was a bad effect.
Listen,
but that was also 20 years ago. So I mean, that's a whole different type of effect. Listen,
I'm telling you right now. I'm walking out this house. I'm taking whoever's in front of me, and you want to act like a zombie. Good for you. It's a wrap.
But what if it's like in Zombieland and it's Bill Murray pretending and he's just making a joke?
Okay, if you paint yourself up and pretend to be a zombie in the
You're
midst of
asking-
the zombie
you-
apocalypse,
You're asking for
at
a
that
bruising.
point, you're committing suicide. So, that's on you 100%.
Oh, you want to fuck with me, huh?
It was a prank, bro. It was a prank. Dead.
I'll just be online playing PGA Road to the Masters. Trying
You
to
be
get
playing by yourself.
You're playing in offline mode too. Hopefully,
You sure will.
and you'll be gonna be using
there will be
the
no
last. You're gonna be using your generator, like for the Xbox. I don't know, man.
I do got solar panels.
You do got a good generator. I forgot about that a little. Damn, yo. Good shit. I'm gonna tell Elijah to come to you. If shit go
We're
bad.
ready.
And see, like I have a generator, right? But like, I don't want to run that thing. That thing's loud as shit.
Loud as shit. Generators are
No.
loud.
So like
It
if I'm
is.
like, if the apocalypse happens and everyone has no power,
And I gotta
Like-
get gas for that motherfucker.
and like I have plenty of gas, but
Oh
like
shit,
if
you got one in solar power? Oh, you lucky mother. Yo, you burn, man. You burn. Yo, you burn. You watch The Purge?
Yeah, of course. We
better
get,
purge
we
the
get the
windows.
wall. Get the walls that
better get that purge, you better get that
metal
purge,
blinds.
You better sit that shit, hit a button, and be like, key, all that shit. You ain't got nothing to worry about, dog. If you good. If you get a nice purge system in your shit, you good. Nobody gonna fuck with you. You got shit.
I'm waiting for
just-
that. I'm
you
waiting
just
for
drive
that
a
to
car
happen.
through the wall, and they're in.
Damn.
Yeah, because the walls are paper ass thin, made out of chicken wire.
So actually, if they just put on some football pads, they could just
Probably just boil it right
Kool-Aid
through.
Man right into the fucking house.
Oh yeah.
Solar power.
Could you imagine?
let
Those
me,
like,
let me
"No!"
charge my
all
phone.
all the windows are sliding down. All of a sudden, right through the wall.
Yeah, I would actually need like walls to slow down. It's
I don't know, man.
That's why I
No.
said get some old buses, decommissioned buses, and throw them in a hole. You live down there.
It's weird to think
Nobody will
about,
find
man.
you.
Like what,
Nobody will find you.
would you even want to like deal with it? Like, this is. gonna
That's
be
what I'm
fun.
saying. Like
Like-
it depends on the scenario, right? Like
Listen.
if it's all chaos and like even if you make it through, what
at my
kind of
face.
life you gonna have?
Listen, look at my face. I'm okay. I will settle with it, dog. I will settle with this shit. If this is the new life, I will settle with it, dog. Ain't no right. You ain't changing my mind on nothing. Yo, if this is where we at, it's where we at.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
Look. I will survive to the end, dog. Like real shit. Like I'll
You'll
try
just survive until you don't.
until I don't. Until I get hit with the.
Because the odds are you won't.
Damn, Lil. Thanks a lot, man.
I'm saying for all of us, if shit goes down, what are the odds?
What are your odds? My odds. I'm putting my odds high. Fuck that. I'm putting Steve's odds high.
Who's on our zombie team? I'm not on any of their zombie teams because I'll just fall.
Oh, Lil, you will fall all over the place. I ain't
No,
fucking-
we need people that fall. It gives us more time to escape.
You're right.
Jerks.
You have
jerks are gonna,
You have
these
to
jerks
have
are
a
gonna
few
sacrifice
fall
me.
guys. You have to have a
You
few
do-
fall guys on the fucking zombie.
You need a
squad.
couple fallers.
Jerks.
Nah, my team. I already got my team. my team is solidified. We've already had these conversations already. If shit go down wrong, there may be a meeting point. There may not be. If you don't make it, it's a wrap.
Oh, me and Lino definitely have a.
Oh, y'all too
Okay.
good because y'all too far from me. I can't get to y'all. I ain't no way I'm getting over there.
Me and Lino have definitely have had those conversations. Like, so if shit goes down, we should probably meet like somewhere over here, and then like figure it out.
It's a journey though. It depends on what the situation is though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the situation? Like, who knows?
I'll just be happy to not have to go to work anymore.
Yo, Steve, I thought about that too.
It's like a fucking.
Let's see.
It's like
the
a,
end of the world, apocalypse, or going
Ah.
to work.
Going to work. You know, and
Bro.
these motherfuckers try to make you still go to work probably too. They're probably like, oh, you gotta come to work today. Why?
essential
There's zombies
services.
outside.
Essential services, huh?
There's zombies outside, and I still have to do these TPS reports. What's going on?
It would be too. I'd be like, fuck.
Oh,
man.
we're still selling shit.
Steve, Steve, we need you to put these cameras up.
No.
But you know,
You're like, wait, what? Oh, we need you to design clothes for zombies now. Fuck you. I ain't doing shit.
They got like they retrofit my work van with like spikes and shit. Driving around like fucking Mondays.
Oh shit, that was my neighbor.
Just running over zombies to get to the next workplace.
It'd be nice. I'd take a good.
What was that? Was it Land of the Dead where they had the city?
Oh,
remember they had the city that was fenced in from the zombies.
I think it was Land of.
But there was like smart zombies, wasn't there? And there was like,
yeah, they became smart zombies.
Yeah, there was like one of them was like pumping gas or something like that. I think one of them was like
they were doing things that they used to do.
John Leguizamo in that, I think.
Yes, that movie sucked.
I know. I'm not saying the movie was good. I'm just saying, like,
why'd you make us think of it? Ugh.
Yeah, thanks.
Sorry. I apologize. Jeez.
Hey, remember that shitty thing? Think about that for a minute. All right.
All right. Any other breaking conspiracy theories that you would like to throw on us? Steve, I'll ask you because I know you keep up with all these.
We never went to the moon.
Oh, you one of those dudes. You don't believe in outer space at all.
It's funny how you got the shot of the moon lander landing. That's all. just saying.
Just saying.
Interesting.
I don't know what to believe.
Drop the camera down there first and set it up. I don't know.
Sometimes I'm a little like leery on it. And then sometimes I'm kind of like, we had to get there some kind of way. We've been in space at least, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a person that says we haven't been. I just think it's weird that they're like, we lost the capability to do that. We can do everything else much better, but not that. All that paperwork and information, we lost it all. Man, we just lost it.
Yeah, we haven't had a motherfucker on the moon since. You know why, Steve? Because there's shit out there.
Shit on the moon, bro.
There's shit on the moon, dog, and they ain't going back. Like, yo, we ain't going back that motherfucker. Like, yo, you see what's on that bitch? Like, I'm cool. That shit did not look right when I was there. And I
only ever see one side of the moon. What's on the other side? Some weird shit. That's
opportunity and that you don't want to see. Is a
the
whole
Mandela
fucking...
effect. Yeah, that's what I was joking about at the beginning with them. Like when they started doing that CERN shit, is really when all this Mandela effect shit started really popping off more. And it all started with that, and everyone thought Nelson Mandela was dead, but like he wasn't. Like when he died, everyone was like, "What the fuck? That fool's been dead for a long time." Like collectively, the world was like, "What?"
Or like when Sinbad did that genie movie.
Or like the Monopoly guy never had a monocle. And you're like, what? Yes, he did. Nope. Never
the
did.
Mandela effect. I thought I knew Mandela was alive, and I knew when he died. Like, was there a moment where people didn't believe that?
A lot of people thought he died in prison.
What? Really?
It was a big thing.
That's where the Mandela effect name came from.
Berenstain Bears, Fruit of the Loom, like their logo, like
what is their logo? What do you mean?
Like the logo, like there's like fruit and shit, right? But then they were like, is there ever a Capricorn? You know, that little like weird funnel Capricorn thing? They're like, was that ever in the logo? And I was like, yeah, of course. And like, no, it never was. I'm like, what?
The funnel in the logo. I don't remember that.
It's like a Thanksgiving thing. Like I don't know what it's called. It's I want to say it's Capricorn, but let me see.
What the fuck? Oh, you talking about the little thing that holds the fruit?
Yeah. That thing.
That was part of Fruit of the Loom too.
Oh, cornucopia. I'm saying Capricorn.
Back in the day, it was, and then they turned it over to fucking fruit, and it became a fruit thing.
Oh, see, Scott knows what I'm talking about.
I remember that Fruit of the Loom.
I was over there saying Capricorn like an idiot.
I remember because I used to probably try to draw that thing. Like I never knew what the fuck it was.
Here's some notable ones. people saying, the quote's always been from people. I remember as a kid, Luke, I am your father, but that is not the quote. But everybody remembers it as that. That's one of the Mandela effects. Or when in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, where it's mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? That is not, because it's magic mirror on the wall.
See, and I would have sworn up and down. I would have bet money that it
Wait,
was.
say that one more
mirror.
time.
All right, so in Snow White, when the queen talks to the mirror, how does she say it?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Magic mirror on the wall.
Oh shit, that's deep.
But everyone says mirror, mirror.
I always thought it was mirror, mirror.
And then
Honestly, I don't really remember Snow White anyway. But
No, but still, it's ingrained in your head as
What?
mirror, mirror
What?
on the wall.
has it been? But see, that's the thing. Has it been shown in other stories? Are we just talking about the fucking Disney Snow
No,
White?
I'm going through everything. Yes, in the Disney Snow White. That's how, because that's the one.
No, I don't even remember that shit. Like, I just remember
But-
other shit.
But you remember the quote. Everybody remembers the quote. Everybody says the
I don't
quote.
think I
Mirror,
do.
mirror on the
You're-
wall.
You said it. So
No,
you-
but I've seen it in other renditions over the last fucking decade that it said mirror, mirror on the wall.
maybe.
You know what I'm saying? So like I remember that. I don't remember Snow White because I haven't seen Snow White in fucking years.
Or the spelling of Oscar Mayer. That's one, because Oscar Mayer is Mayer, but people swear it's Meyer because it's Oscar Mayer.
Meyer, but I mean I can see that. I understand that. Like you just because it's Meyer, like you would think it was fucking different, but it was a commercial. It said it.
The Shazam movie starring Sinbad.
That don't even make no sense. I remember that shit.
Never happened, John. That movie does not
Oh
exist.
no, it did. It did. It happened. I don't know how nobody fucking doesn't remember that shit. It was garbage. Like what the-
John, I swear to God that I have memory of watching that movie as a child. Now I don't know if I ever did, but I swear I have a memory of it.
dog.
So it's like
it
it's the weirdest
happened.
thing.
It happened.
Jiffy peanut butter, but it's not Jiffy, it's Jif. Everybody says Jiffy peanut butter.
Because you know why? It's because fucking the
Jiffy
fucking
Lube.
Back to the Beach people fucking what the hell was her name? Annette Funicello was talking about fucking Jiffy back then. Oh, Jiff and Jiff, Jiffy, and all that shit. I remember that. I remember all that.
Is it Curious George? Did he have a tail or did he not have a tail?
I ain't never think he had a tail, to be honest. I never remember seeing Curious George having a tail. Did he
You're
have
right.
a tail?
He doesn't have a tail.
I
but
know, that
people,
motherfucker
but people
never had no
think he
tail.
did have a tail. See, that's
He
the
was-
thing. Like
It was a
everybody
monkey
thinks
with no tail. It was
That's fucked up,
weird.
too.
It was fucking weird.
It's a human baby with a lot of hair.
And a man with a yellow hat.
A big yellow hat.
So how do you spell fruit? How do you spell Fruit Loops?
Fruit Loops were spelled differently back in the day. Like it was like FROOT or some shit like that. It was for fruit. It was
That's
weird.
the right way.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
people
listen.
swear it's
You
Fruit
can't
Loops.
get me with this bullshit because I remember everything.
I'm looking at the
I want to
cornucopia
keep
one,
this
too.
going. This
I'm
is
looking
this
at
one's good.
the cornucopia one as well.
Okay, so what's that one?
I'm skipping some of them because some of them
What's
are
the
just-
cornucopia one?
the fruit of the loom.
So
with
did
the-
it have a cornucopia or did it not?
It did.
Well, it's saying you may not be able to identify the piece of fruit in the logo.
It did. I remember that shit, dog.
There is a cornucopia behind the fruit, right? Wrong. Just ask the company itself. And then the Fruit of the Loom posted their thing. There is no cornucopia.
Really?
See?
I swear I thought it was a fucking cornucopia in the back of that shit.
See?
That's
I know
bullshit.
there was because I remember looking at how it was drawn and thinking that the lines looked weird.
Yes, Steve.
And like I remember being like, what is that even? But I know it. I know that I sat there looking at, I remember it clear as day, looking at the fucking tag in a store while my mom was
Motherfucker,
shopping.
it's right there. That cornucopia was always there, dog. I remember that
Yes,
shit being there.
That's it.
That shit was
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's not it. That they posted on Twitter that that
What
is
the
not
fuck?
right.
They are liars. They are fucking liars because I remember that shit.
In Casablanca, played again, Sam. That's not the line.
Yo, they lying. Yo, fucking Fruit Loom is lying, dog.
Sean, I'm telling you,
They're
right? Isn't that
lying
shit-
like fucking bastards.
Sean,
They know
no,
that
but
shit was
that's
there.
the weird thing. They're saying that it never happened. That
No
they never
fucking
used that.
way, dog. No way. Maybe they didn't.
Sean, no. How do we collectively remember that as a
See,
people?
it was there. It was there. They're fucking with us. That was there. They just abolished it. That's what it was.
So Mr. Rogers,
Mhm.
it's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor? Wait, what the fuck did he
It's a
say?
beautiful day in this neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful
Well,
day
now
in
you're
the
saying-
neighborhood. You can fuck that up because
I'm just saying.
as a little kid, you ain't really know about this and then anyway.
The Monopoly monocle was another,
Well, that was the thing. He had a monocle.
I could have sworn he had a
No,
monocle.
he never had a monocle.
Never had a monocle.
That motherfucker ain't never have a monocle.
No.
Sean,
Motherfucker.
come on, dude. Right? I'm telling you.
Shut up.
But then it's like, but the Mr. Peanut, right? Are you getting him confused with the Mr. Peanut because he had the monocle?
Probably. Yeah, that's probably what it was. You know, I didn't
Like,
really know. I didn't
why
really know
would
about
you
the
even-
Monopoly Man until like later on. But Mr. Peanut has always been around. That motherfucker had a monocle. No, don't tell me he didn't have a monocle.
No, Mr. Peanut always had a monocle.
Yeah, all right. Maybe it was. Maybe I don't remember the Monopoly Man having a monocle.
Man, Mr. Peanut.
So how is Looney Tunes spelled?
LOONYTOONS.
Isn't it LUN?
TUNES?
LUN?
TUNES. Yeah.
TUNES. Oh, okay. It's not Tunes though. It's not TOONS. It never was.
That's how everybody thinks it is. Everybody
No,
thinks-
but
I
no.
remember it being TUNES because it was tunes. Because tunes, it was like music. It wasn't like, oh, a cartoon. It was always TUNES.
Yeah,
remember
and I'm
that.
probably just remembering it wrong. But
Well, that's the thing. But that's the thing is millions of people remember it wrong. It's not just you. That's what I'm saying. Like these are the things that people talk about. Like it's even just basic everyday things. Just like the show, Sex in the City, right?
Yeah.
It's Sex in the City. No, it's Sex and the City. But everybody says Sex in the City.
It what? I thought it was always Sex in the City.
No.
When did it return to Sex and the City? I don't remember that
That's
shit.
what
it's,
it's called,
always
Sex.
been Sex and the City.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, maybe it was Sex in the City. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. Maybe on the East Coast we fucking pronounced it wrong. Sex in the City. Sex in the City. Sex in the City. You know, you never in the East Coast you be like, oh,
You say it
Sex
just
in the
you
City.
say it quickly. Sex
Yeah,
in the City.
You say
and when
it, we say it real quick. Sex in the City. Sex in the City. Sex in the City. You just say Sex in the City. You don't say Sex in the City. You say Sex in the
Yeah,
City.
and really, what I would think it would be sex letter N the city because that's how it was pronounced. So you could say it as in or and.
Yeah, on the
Either
East
way.
Coast, is there sex? You say it fast. Sex in the City, and that's
Fun.
you
That's just
think.
how everybody talks. It's
Is
not
it?
just you. It's not just you guys. Come on, man.
I thought it was East Coast thing. My bad.
So how do you spell double stuff Oreos? How's the double stuff on the packaging?
I would assume double is spelled right,
I can tell you, I don't even remember.
and then stuff STUFF.
My Wi-Fi is fucking up.
It's one F.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But I don't care. But like,
I know.
don't-
It's just
I don't.
there's got to be something else big, a big one.
The Flintstones.
How you
Flint,
spell it?
Flint, as in like the rock Flint. Stones.
So, wait.
Flint.
We're not looking at any of these fucking messages. All right, so that was that. BS is all BS. Is way okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, that could be.
I mean, Joseph's got it right here for what happened here because Kazam with Shaq came out.
And then First Kid with Sinbad came out.
Yeah.
Both came out around the same time, so we have like a mixed memory of
Mm.
watching those. And you know what? Sinbad had a couple of movies that came out around that time. There was another one where he I forget.
Who
All I
else
remember is
had
one
jingle,
scene.
jingle all the way.
Well, we had the scene where his hands got numbed with like Novocaine, and he was like flopping his hands all around. I don't remember what movie
I
it was
do
from,
not remember that movie.
but but you're probably just getting all those mixed up with. And then a little. You're right. Jingle All the Way came out, and he has that big fucking hat on at one point. So it probably just plays games with your head.
Sinbad was a genie. That motherfucker was a genie. Don't tell me he wasn't.
Sinbad was a fucking genie.
Sinbad was a fucking genie. I know that motherfucker was a genie.
There's a
little
lot of
just-
weird ones. Like I'm just, you know. Does Mickey Mouse have a tail?
No, he's never had a tail.
You know, I thought Mickey Mouse had a tail. I thought he did.
He does
Steamboat Mickey had a tail.
He has a tail.
Yeah.
He doesn't have like a tail walking around Disneyland. He doesn't have a tail.
He has a tail.
He has a tail.
What?
Because he's wearing pants usually. So, but yes, he has a tail.
Yeah.
Well, but it's not shown. He's wearing pants all the time.
Well, in the cartoons and how he's drawn, he's depicted with a tail.
Yep. I remember that motherfucker had a tail. That motherfucker got a tail. I know he got a tail.
I mean, there's a lot of weird ones, but like, you know, I don't want to go through like, you know, quotes from Lord of the Rings and shit or.
Nah, it's just, you know.
But it's
on the path of conspiracy.
I think a lot of the Mandela effect is the fact that like we remember things quickly.
That Fruit of the Loom shit is bullshit, though. I'm cool. That's bullshit.
Yeah, but also like, how well do you trust your own memory, right? Like, if you were like, "What did you have for lunch last Thursday?" and I'm just like, I don't know, you know, but we definitely remember this one particular detail so exactly that you can't convince us we were wrong. Like, I don't know. But I mean, some of our memories are like that. Like we all have movie trivia, video game trivia, stuff like that in our head that we know is a fact and we can recite it, but we still can't tell you what we had for lunch last Thursday. So memory is a weird area.
Thank you, Simpsons, for letting us go down this rabbit hole. The Simpsons.
That just ain't shit to talk about. There's been nothing in news. I guess we're getting a new vampire kid movie, which
Why? I don't want that.
It looks like more like a comedy than even it just looks like a fucking comedy to me. It's like
Megan.
it's
kind of Megan again. The way she's like dancing around in the dress, and I'm just like,
yeah. Oh, it worked in Megan, so you know what? Let's make a vampire do this same shit. Oh.
You know what the world really wants? Little girls that are killers.
Yeah.
That's what the world is clamoring for right now.
So is Smokey the Bear or Smokey Bear?
I thought it was Smokey the Bear. I mean, maybe it was Smokey Bear. Smokey Bear. Smokey Bear sounds weird though. It sounds Smokey Bear. Hey, look at Smokey the Bear, not Smokey the Bear. Like it should be like Smokey the Bear.
Happy birthday, James.
Oh, all right, James. What's going
Oh
on?
man, James, happy birthday, brother.
Man.
Happy birthday. Can we do a happy birthday thing like this? How's that go?
Happy birthday, Mr. Pratt. Is that what you want to do?
No.
Oh.
Can't you do this thing or some shit or like?
What are you doing like a?
No, because you're supposed to be able to do this on the Mac, on the Mac, and it can. Maybe it's on my other computer. I can do it. Oh, look, go like this. You could probably do it on yours.
What the fuck is going on?
No,
I love doing a Spider-Man
it.
impression.
Yeah,
This is your birthday gift, James. Lil's making hearts. Sean is throwing. I don't know I'm not doing any of this shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to figure out what else. Like,
oh hey, Foggy and Karen. Gonna be in Born Again. They're bringing.
We talked about with Daredevil. Yeah, they're bringing it back. They've said that the Netflix show is canon. Yeah, is complete canon.
That's what's up.
So it's good. You know,
I like that.
The fact that it is canon means the Defenders are canon, and there is a shot that they're going to bring back Luke Cage and some of those other guys.
I think Luke Cage was a great story. I thought they did a good job with that. The last one wasn't great, but
season 1 was really good, right? Like, so I think that's where you kind of kick off. They're able to kind of like boot out some of the stuff that didn't really work. You know, like Iron Fist. So,
Oof. Oof.
And again, I guess so Disney's having D23 in August of this year. And it looks like that's how they're going to hold the announcement of the cast of Fantastic Four until then. The rumors are. I don't know if it's true. I don't know how they could with Fantastic Four supposed to start filming in the summer, so we'll see. Because I'm guessing once some paparazzi set photos show up, I doubt they're going to be blurred. So we'll see is it Pedro? Is it Vanessa
Pretty sure.
Kirby?
He dropped out of another movie.
Yeah, but a lot of people are because of schedules are all off now because of the
Strike
strikes.
thing,
Yeah, so schedules are off.
Well, we did this week. We did get the Golden Globes. I don't watch them.
Yeah,
but
do you really care about?
But I do. I mean, there were some winners. There were some winners. There were,
there's always winners.
I mean, Oppenheimer won for Best Motion Picture, which your boy won. Your boy got a fucking Emmy, fucking Downey.
Golden Globe. I know
Golden Globe. Sorry, Golden Globe. Again, if you didn't see Oppenheimer, you got to see it because fucking Downey was amazing in that shit. Like, he was really good. He was a piece of shit.
But I haven't seen it yet. I haven't really been in the mood to watch 3 hours of talking, so I'm just like, I don't know
yet. What else?
Talkie.
Stephen Young got a Golden Globe for what's that show he had on Netflix? Yeah, Beef. Yep. Who else do we know that got one? I mean, The Bear got fucking 2. I mean, The Bear was amazing this season. Did y'all? I mean, see if you watched it. I don't know if Lil watched it, but
I did not watch it.
Yeah, The Bear was phenomenal. Like, The Bear still holds up pretty well. Talk about Star Wars announcements on Star Geeks. Yes, we do, James. If you don't watch Star Geeks every week, you need to. That's the only way you're gonna get your Star Wars news.
That's how we drive viewership to other areas.
Yeah, man, The Bear, the Beef. I mean, Beef won. I mean, there's some good shows there. Again, there were some good movies too as well. You know, what really kind of freaked me out though is The Boy and the Heron won for like Best Animated. I don't know if that shit was beating Spider-Verse. That ain't make no sense to me, dog. I mean,
I didn't watch it.
It's a Studio Ghibli movie. Those things are really good. Don't get it fucked up. Like, they are really good.
Well, and you also had a bunch of movies competing against each other, right? Like, I guarantee Mario got some animated votes.
Mario was there too,
right? Mario got some votes. I bet Elemental got some votes. Spider-Verse got some. So there, you know what I mean? You're splitting the votes, and then this Dark Horse comes out of there with,
They do have a new category though, I think. It's like box office.
Yeah, they added that, so Barbie won that. I mean, because it made the most money.
Cinematic and box office achievement.
Yeah.
Now they want to add it. Word. Word. You can't. Why you ain't add it back then when we needed it for fucking Infinity War and fucking Star Wars?
Yeah, the boys needed another war. Damn it, the boys.
Or even The Dark Knight, right? Like The Dark Knight, when everybody was raving over it, if you wanted to give them an award, like, that movie should have got it that year, and it made $1 billion. So would have been perfect. Trying to see if there's anything else. I don't really see much else. Yeah. So I guess that's it.
No. I have a thing.
Okay.
Really quick. So there's news coming out about Fast 11, right?
Oh, you're obsessed all of a sudden with this Fast franchise.
Jeez. I fucking love it. Look, they're saying Fast 11 is going to be going back to its roots because it's going to have a modest budget of around $200 million.
Of course, because it can't do 3 anymore because it can't make $1 billion anymore.
They're like, we might even introduce a new villain, and I'm like, I don't know. How do you introduce a new villain when Fast 10 ended the way the Fast 10 ended? Like, Fast 10 had an Empire Strikes Back ending. Like, you're gonna do a new villain and they're just gonna
how do you know Fast 12 won't pick back up?
Man, Vin Diesel's in some trouble. I don't know if he's gonna have a Fast 12.
Wow, why is he in trouble? What happened?
He's got some ongoing legal issues.
I did not
Of
hear
the-
about this.
of the
Hello. Wait. First of all, I didn't ask you guys. Did you guys watch What If?
I did. We did.
Yeah.
We talked about last. You guys talked about it last week.
I didn't think. I thought somebody. Missed
I
it.
watched the finale. I
I
watched the
didn't.
finale. You know what? It was funny. I watched the finale. Fucking Peggy Carter show again.
Well, it
Oh,
was.
it was all Peggy Carter.
But
It was good.
Yeah.
I
Fucking great.
really loved it.
They fucking pulled. They pulled all kind of shit out their butts on that one. I thought that was great.
And Steve, I'm with you on this with 1602.
yeah, I thought it was great.
That
I
was
thought it was
really
really cool.
You know what I was shocked at was how it felt like this season. I have to go back and I'm not 100% correct on that, but it felt like they brought back so many of the original character voice actors in this more than they did last season.
Except for whoever played.
Well, is it Captain America didn't come back, right? Because it wasn't with the Hydro Stomper. Like Chris Evans.
That sounded like Chris Evans.
It
a
did, but
good
I don't
job.
think it was.
It was a female that wasn't.
Tony Stark
it-
wasn't.
I think it was whoever played Black Widow wasn't.
No, because it was the same Black Widow voice actress that was in the first season. So
Either way, I really loved the episode where they had like Goliath and Ant-Man and T'Chaka and
when they were in the
freaking
80s.
Winter Soldier was there as part of that team too. Like,
Yeah.
that was freaking great.
And I loved Peggy's reaction like that when she's like, "It looks just like him. Looks just like Bucky." It's like, that was a good one. Kid Star-Lord. That was a good episode. And Kurt Russell was the voice in that one. I was like,
Kurt Russell will do anything, dude. He chews the scenery in Monarch. God, he comes walking out of the shadows, dropping one-liners like, "So, you want to talk?
He does drop a
Let's talk." He smiles, and you're like, "Oh shit." He's been waiting his whole fucking life to ham it up like this, man.
Yeah, you can ham up anything. Just give it to him. What else? Anything else?
No.
Punisher star John Bernthal speaks about Daredevil Born Again return for the first time. So Punisher is in Born Again then. I didn't know that.
I don't know if it's official.
I think
but
he is, though.
Yeah, I pretty
Yeah, come
sure
on.
he will be.
Yeah. Why would you not bring John Bernthal back? Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yo, how do you feel about this live action How to Train a Dragon?
I mean, they're bringing Gerard Butler back.
They are. They made Nick Frost one of the Gobbler of the Belch guy. I guess one of those guys. I don't know who it is exactly, but I'm very curious to see this. Like, I'm very curious to see how they do.
So they cast Nick Frost as who?
As the Gobbler of the Belch. I'm not sure. I don't know the characters like that from How to Train a Dragon. I think it's one of the older guys.
Okay, I'm just wondering how they
Throw a beard on him and
Yeah.
I saw fan art that was because it's funny because you're gonna be like, you always talk about John Krasinski, but I saw fan art that had John Krasinski like when he first started in The Office, and then the first hiccup, and they look identical, and then it was like John Krasinski like when he had a beard in like 13 hours, and it looks like fucking Hiccup from the third movie when he had a beard and shit. It's like, oh my, he's got the same nose, everything. It's like crazy. It's hilarious. But that can't happen. It's too old now. I just wonder how they're going to cast it. But I think it's cool.
Wonder Man resumes filming. I forgot all about Wonder Man.
Oh, Black Manta had to finish Aquaman before he can keep filming Wonder Man. I did read a comic book this week, a new comic book. Ultimate Spider-Man #1 came out. It's interesting. They changed the origin of everything. It's a whole different kind of universe.
Yeah, I heard Uncle Ben's alive in this.
Yeah, he's alive. Him and Jonah are like best friends. They hang out and they work at the Bugle, or they did. Peter doesn't have his powers. He's like mid-30s with 2 kids and married. No powers. But he gets his powers at the end of the episode. And it's like the whole universe was changed by the Maker, which is a variant of Mr. Fantastic from the Jonathan Hickman Secret Wars line. And it's kind of an it's an interesting take. He's got a different costume, at least that you see in Shadow. So I'd be curious.
Is it cool?
Yeah,
I always like when they do.
It's kind of like it's more of a like a hidden costume, so it's like a it looked black, like an all black costume without the black spider or anything like that. It's just like black without, just like with the kind of like a whitish eyes. So I don't know what they're gonna tailor it to, but it looked like Tony Stark made it for him before Tony Stark went off grid. And Tony Stark gave him the spider to have him bite him. Because the maker went back through history of that universe and started taking heroes away, like not letting them become heroes. Like Matt Murdock in this was a priest, his father Murdock, and like he was not Daredevil, and like all these different things. And Tony Stark, sent these messages back from the future to these characters and saying, "I need you guys to become the heroes you were." That you should have been. This is the life that you lost out on for the last 20 years. And so Peter opens this vial with the spider, lets it bite him at the very end of the first issue, and then puts on the costume that Tony gives him. So very interesting. Be curious to see where it goes. So
video game news, Steve. Apparently DC is working on a Wonder Woman single action player game.
All right.
And they're working on a Superman game as well. And
Wonder Woman, I would assume, would be kind of like a God of War. I could see that, like a God of War style game. It'd be really cool if you could have like you're on Themyscira, and then maybe you could jump around through time, and like go do some World War I shit, then go back to Themyscira, then go do some fucking World War II shit, then go back to Themyscira, then go like Vietnam shit, go back to Themyscira. That would be kind of cool if you could kind of jump around and then do like Justice League missions. I don't know what they're gonna do, but the potential is there. Could be really cool.
Superman video game would be tough as shit if they did it right.
Well, they haven't in 40 years. No.
The Superman Returns game that came out for the Xbox 360.
It's so hard. Superman
was not good, but the flying was pretty good. Like zooming around and like
64 flying.
You could break the sound barrier, boom, and you fucking like it was pretty cool. But like flying mechanics,
Superman's so hard to do because all he does is fucking fly. Like he can,
he's OP, like right, like
yeah.
What?
No, I mean he's got heat vision, he's got the breath, he's got the
but like
ice breath and the super strength. I mean, that's
but you got to have all that.
There's 3 buttons.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a hard game to kind of pull off though. Like, do you? I mean, I guess you can go on missions where you can hear whatever you want to hear. Like, you can hear shit and then go to it, I guess. But like, he's so fucking like. I mean, I guess he can go against like giant robots and shit. I guess that would work. Wouldn't be bad.
Like,
they did a Superman game a long time ago.
It can't be like Spider-Man, where you're jumping around trying to stop carjackings and purse snatchings. Like that's
good.
I mean,
Superman in the old cartoons was like getting cats out of trees and shit. Maybe that's your side mission.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
It would be too. It'd be like some fucking secret mission or it'd be like one of those things like rescue 20 cats hidden throughout the map. They're all in these fucking trees hidden all over the city or whatever.
You know what? That game needs to be developed right now.
No.
Could you imagine that shit?
Like, I mean, you're flying around this tree. It's like meow. You're like, I know it's here somewhere.
Super hearing to find the cats. Where they
X-ray vision. Where the fuck? There it is.
You bust into somebody's house and they're just watching like a commercial with a cat on it, and you're like, "Fuck, I fucked up."
I mean, granted, if you got to get to a certain place and you fucking break the sound barrier and they show that shit, ooh, that would be tough.
Or Sean, if like and you freaking like you could hover about outside of like buildings and use X-ray vision to mark all the enemies.
That's not bad. It's not. Then you go in and like boom, 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 and fuck them up. Like, yo, that would be kind of tough. Superman game might be kind of good if you can do it right. If they do it right.
And like you could have them going up against nameless Cobra-esque style bad guy armies, right?
Well, there's
like
so many
failing off
villains, though.
You would like do like a fast travel to a specific, go over here on Earth, and you fast travel over there. Boom, it comes back in off the load screen with you flying in, fucking coming down. Like there's fucking anti-air artillery hitting you. You're flying down, busting up tanks and shit.
You have so many. You have so many villains though. He has like Brainiac, Metallo. fucking Darkseid. He's got a lot of Lex Luthor, Mr. Mixelplix. Like he has a lot of fucking like villains he can go against. So that's not a hard thing. Like
Lex Luthor in a big old kryptonite suit.
You can do a lot of shit. You can do a lot of shit. Like you can try, like you go back to your Fortress of Solitude. Like, I mean, there's a lot of shit you could do in that game.
What if they let you decorate the Fortress of Solitude? Like, look, you've unlocked a new collection. Now you have posters. Like,
No, man,
hanging out the Fortress of Solitude, putting posters up. Batman posters.
You remember in Justice League in fucking the animated poster in the animated series. You remember his Fortress of Solitude had different creatures from Krypton and shit like that. So like you unlock that, and that gives you a fucking health. Like that gives you a certain kind of fucking Kryptonian power or some shit like that. Like you could do a lot of shit.
What other Kryptonian power does he need? He has every power.
I don't know. I mean, what the fuck?
Why you got shit? I'm just saying.
Why you got shit on my shit? Why? Because it's not Spider-Man. I mean, goddamn.
Spider-Man's the best.
Batman was still a better video game, but still,
no, never. Not a chance.
Batman was just trash.
Not a chance.
What? You crazy?
Not a chance.
Fuck out of here.
Although I keep hearing the Suicide Squad game is going to be atrocious.
Yeah, I heard it's. I'm not very excited for that game.
Are you guys getting it?
I don't know.
Will you wait for Game Pass?
Geekz becomes a video game studio. I mean,
we had that money.
We got the ideas, man.
Bill.
As long as they're 8-bit games, I'm in.
See, that's why you can't come work with us.
No, yeah, that kind of thinking is.
You're gonna be in our fucking mobile game development team.
I'll make versions of Candy Crush.
Leisure Suit Larry.
All in. Leisure Suit a little.
All right, man. I ain't got nothing else to talk about, do we? We're just bullshitting now.
Isn't that what we do
most
of the time anyway?
What other superhero?
Is this the last question?
Yes. Yes, this is the last question of the night. Okay. What other superhero game would you want to play that hasn't been done before?
That hasn't been done.
This can be, or I mean, if it has been done and you want it done better, but like this can be a many answer question that takes us in on a 30-minute talk.
Does it have to be superheroes, or is it going to be any IP?
Sean, you know what? What fucking video game would you love to play that you haven't been able to before? Sell me on it.
Yeah.
So I would love to play a version of Captain and the Game Master, where you have
son of a bitch. I love
where you have like access to a ton of different like. And it
it's
doesn't
almost
have
like
to be
Kingdom
just
Hearts, like
Nintendo.
you're jumping into different worlds.
Into different worlds of video game lore, right? So like because now like Sega is a studio, so it's like you go in there and you're all of a sudden you're playing like Green Hill Zone as Captain Ed, and you got the Zapper, and like that kind of shit, where it's just like this amalgamation of a whole bunch of different types of like the best of the best. You cross-platform, you go into fucking, Gears of War and Halo and shit as Captain N. Who the fuck cares?
Real quick before you start that, you know what's weird to me is like, how is it that they haven't brought that character back into anything? Like,
I think because whoever was the artist owned the rights, and Nintendo didn't own the rights, and I think there's a different thing with it. That's why the cartoons haven't been re-released. There's something there. I just don't know.
Yeah, it's weird.
There's something there, and I'm guessing it's a rights issue.
But it has to be because they don't own, because Nintendo doesn't own Capcom, right?
Well, right. That's why Mega Man. Who else is on that? Castlevania. Because Konami with Simon Belmont was in that cartoon.
Right.
So it's a bunch of stuff, and just even Captain N himself. Because I mean, they could do a Captain N, right? But have Link and Mario and fucking Wario and whoever. And plus, they get the rights to the games. Like characters.
Do they have the rights to Metroid? Is Metroid their thing too?
Yeah, Metroid. Yeah, Samus is it's a Nintendo IP.
And who was the girl? The girl was just a princess. She's
it was just a random princess they just
princess,
made.
right?
Yeah, but I mean, you could just turn it in a beach, right? Or you can make other characters.
Yeah. It's just
But-
interesting. I never
And-
realized like why they
And
never.
the dog. Don't forget the dog. Was it
That's
Duke?
right.
Yeah, it's just weird how they never fucking brought that. Like how is it that you like that was a fucking highly decorated cartoon? Like fucking people love that cartoon to this day. It's weird how it just never really it just fizzled away and just never. The death of Saturday morning cartoons, I guess. I'm sorry, Steve. I fucked up. I went fucking left field. I'm sorry.
No, that's what this question was for, was to spark this kind of shit. Captain and the Game Master was like, I mean, I remember the amount of kids that went to school as that. Like, you know, when
It's
that
an easy
for Halloween,
costume, right?
was,
Fucking entire controller.
and he has
around your
controller
waist.
around your waist. You
Carry
know,
the
you
zapper.
put your jacket on. Or kids would put black tape and a big end. Well, not on their.
Hey, nah, it's like
sounded weird. Sounded weird.
Oops. Let me find out. Yeah, big animal yellow on your jacket. What's that N stand for, motherfucker?
It's a big black N on the jacket. Oh God.
Nerdy ass kid walking down the street. What's that N stand for, motherfucker? Oh, I'm a Nintendo kid. No, you're not today.
Oh,
Steve, you
that's-
started something now.
it just sounded weird coming out, and then now it's
But
solidified.
I do think it's something with the IPs, because, especially with the cartoon, because they don't own them all.
Yeah.
You know, at the time, nobody cared. You know, like everybody was just trying to make something. And now that every one of these studios has, you know, like you're not going to see Mega Man in that game, right?
So fucking weird why they haven't done that yet. Like, God, man, they have so many fucking characters that they can fucking release into this fucking world of fucking video games.
Well, especially because they've gotten the characters in Super Smash Brothers, so I'm sure there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
Where everybody can get a little bit of the scratch, you know. I don't know.
I bet they won't let Disney get that fucking Wreck-It Ralph money no more, though. We gave y'all too much. No, we ain't giving that back. We gotta do our own thing now.
So that's your pick, Captain N?
Yeah, I think that'd be a lot of fun.
I don't know.
I have one if you want to wait.
Yeah. Do you think?
So mine would be a all new adventure of Marty McFly and Doc Brown in video game form, where you could go through to all different times to accomplish different missions and change timelines, and you could upgrade the DeLorean and change it this way, that way. You know, Sean, the upgrades, like you could get the freaking hoverboards that you could go around with, and imagine like it'd be kind of like if you did it like Jedi Fallen Order, right? Where like let's say you went back to the 1800s and like you were trying to do shit, but you couldn't get to a certain area. But then you went over to fucking the 2019 of the Back to the Future world, picked up a hoverboard, then went back to the 1800s. Now you can get to that area because you got the hoverboard now.
That's kind of cool.
But you know, you could do whole kinds of different things, running around to the 80s, running into the future. They could make a whole different story. It could be a whole different take. I just think that a time travel-esque video game in the spirit of Back to the Future as like a sequel to the movies, but like, you know, because I don't want them to ever sequelize the movies or reboot the movies. But if you could do this in video game form, then it's kind of timeless and you kind of make your own adventure in a way. So Back to the Future would be, I think, is a well that hasn't been tapped for video games.
I agree. That's probably the only game. Like that's probably the only. I mean, they have a video game, but it's like story based, like Telltale Tales, like kind of like Telltale Tales or something.
Yeah, but
they also had Nintendo games too. So.
Yeah, but those are on rails. They're not. You know, I'm talking about. God, could you imagine all the different shit you could pick up? Like, you could like change Marty's gear, and he could be like wearing like a cowboy hat with the vest from Part 2, and like all this shit. Like, I don't know. It could be like a lot of fun.
You know what a good game I think I'd probably enjoy, which I think should be a movie also. Mask would be a fucking great fucking movie and video game, to be honest. I mean, we got it right now. It's fucking Fast and Furious, but they ain't like Mask though. Not like that. Like
That's how that series is gonna end. Their group is gonna be like, we're gonna form Mask. Could you imagine if that's how the Fast and Furious ended?
God, I would
With
fucking
the
lose
actual
my
theme
shit.
song?
I would lose my shit. I'd be like, what? They got Mask now? Oh my god!
Dom
Could you
Toretto
imagine?
is Mask.
The fucking franchise would never die at that point because then here's Mask.
They at this point, I don't know who owns Mask. I have no idea. I don't know who that property is. Is it Kenner? I would assume it's
I don't
Kenner,
I
right?
don't think so.
Or Hasbro.
Well, that's Hasbro then.
It's Hasbro at this point. But
And Hasbro just sold all their shit to
I don't
someone.
even know. Somebody.
Well, the movie stuff, I think it was Paramount, right?
Yeah. Mask. Oh
So
man.
Paramount has Mask.
Fucking Mask movie would be fucking dope. These guys,
And Paramount has Fast and the Furious.
these people don't know what they doing, man. They don't know how to make a movie, dog.
No, it's not.
Yes.
It's in Universal's.
Oh, Universal.
Fast and
Fast and the Furious. You're right.
If you want to tap into some shit, man, do a Mask movie. I bet motherfuckers might go, man, I don't know, but it's 80s cartoons, so I don't know. Astro Boy. I want to see an Astro Boy video game. A good one. There was a terrible one.
it's owned by Hasbro.
Is it?
Yeah, because it was Kenner, owned now by Hasbro.
You know what else would be cool, Sean? Would be like a Ghost Recon style game.
And
Right.
Paramount, it looks like Paramount has the movie rights. So
So a Ghost Recon style game. So we already know that you're in for that. But it's set in the Star Wars universe. You pick your character, you make your own character. You could be a Jedi, you could be a smuggler, you could be an Imperial, you could be a rebel, you could be a A-wing pilot, you could be whatever you want. And
it
then
sounds nice.
you run around, you team up with your buddies, you run around and do missions. You could be evil, you could be good.
Oh, Steve. You fucking it doesn't even make
Everybody get in the ship, bail out, hit light speed, fly to another planet, go fuck some shit up over there, bail out.
What? What? Could you imagine a motherfucker being a Jedi just going in, fucking slashing
Sean, could you
shit?
imagine jumping out of the ship on a planet and getting on a fucking speeder?
Fucking got
Fucking bailing off on the planet.
I'm jumping out of a fucking plane with a Mandalorian suit on, fucking coming down. Pew, 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 pew. Like, what the fuck?
And your partner's right next to you who's a Jedi jumping out of that same thing, fucking people up with a lightsaber on the way down, back to back, fighting with you as a Mandalorian. Oof.
Fuck. Fucking cool ass Bad Batch stormtrooper coming down with a fucking sniper or whatever the fuck. Like, yo, it's limitless. Like, you could do so much, but these people don't know what they're doing, man. It's an untapped market. They just, oh, we're gonna make a Battlefield fucking video game. Oh, we're gonna fucking make a one-player fucking Grand Theft Auto kind of fucking game. Like, dude, just make a multiplayer fucking Star Wars game that people can fucking play and have fun. It ain't hard.
It's not hard.
What the fuck?
It's not hours of coding and work. It's just
No, I mean it's not. I
Get to
mean,
it.
I get that. That part is I get that part, but it's like the idea is there. Like, how's it you can't? Flip
yeah.
it?
I mean, yeah. Like, what are we doing? This is all this time and nothing's happening. Like, what's everyone doing?
It's fucking. I don't know. We ain't got no video games to play. We're playing fucking PGA.
I feel like if my output from work was what these video game studios' output was, that I wouldn't have a job. So I'm just like,
saying.
what the fuck are we doing?
We just saying. I mean, come on. All right, man. This show's over, man. We're just fucking rambling and gambling.
Get back to work, video game folks, motherfuckers. Ain't got shit to do. We're
Yeah.
bored out here
Yeah. Fucking.
All right.
playing golf and shit.
I like
All
golf.
right.
So, all right. Well, that's it for tonight. Thank you for listening. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for your support.
Like and
This-
subscribe.
So, Lil,
Oh, I'm sorry, Lil.
I was going to let you do the like and subscribe.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you were gonna do it too, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, we haven't done this before or anything.
You know what? Fucking like and subscribe. Fucking listen every week. Make sure you listen to Star Geeks every Wednesday at 9 or 10. Is it 9?
9 Eastern Standard Time.
9 Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about all the Star Wars news, whatever's coming out. But definitely catch us every week, every Saturday at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. God damn it, look, I'm trying to get that
11
10
o'clock
time.
Eastern Standard Time.
I'm trying to get that 10 o'clock
Hey,
time.
and not for nothing, the last
been
episode
pushing
of Star Geeks where we talked about, was it Troopers?
Yes.
Good stuff.
It's fucking fun. It's fucking great.
If you ever wanted to know exactly how Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru came to be piles of ash, this short will tell you how.
Yeah, that's great. This is Sean.
And this is Steve. And until next week, everybody, stay safe, be nice to each other, and keep it geeky.
Yeah, and we're out.